Hi there. So I hope you're doing well today, and most of you have off of school, at least around here in Philadelphia. Do you remember why we have off today? It's called Election Day. So today we're voting. Your parents are voting, your grown-ups are voting, and so we're going to look at a book today that goes along with voting. It's called Lambslide, and it's by Ann Patchett, who has written a lot of grown-up books too, and it's by Robin Reese Glasser, who illustrated Fancy Nancy. If you remember those books, my nieces loved those books. So let's see. Lambslide. Let's see, here we go. On the farm, there was a flock of lambs who believed the sun came up in the morning because they were ready to get up and play, and set at night because they were sleepy and ready for bed. You see all the lambs? And all of the sheep? And all the horses? They thought the grass grew to please them, and the rain fell to annoy them, and the only reason butterflies fluttered by was so lambs could chase them. Everything was about the lambs as far as the lambs were concerned. Do you see all the lambs? They're chasing things. Butterflies. One day, Nicolette Farmer announced to her farmer family, "I'm going to run for class president." Mrs. Farmer said, "You'll win by a landslide." This meant her mother thought that she would win by a lot. Nicolette for president. But the lambs thought she said, "You'll win by a landslide." This was exciting news. "Where is the landslide?" the lambs asked their mother. "There is no landslide," their mother said. "Now will you please let me finish eating the lawn?" Sheep eat grass for food. The lambs were disappointed. They wanted a landslide. "Every place we have to play is too flat," the first lamb said. "No one can have fun in a flat meadow." "The pigs get to play in the mud," the second lamb said. "We never get to play in the mud." "That's because we aren't supposed to get our wool dirty," said the third lamb. The third lamb always did exactly as he was told. "The horses get to go on fun rides with the farmers. We never get to go anywhere." The grumpy group of lambs went back to their mother. She knew the answer to pretty much everything. "How do we get a landslide?" they asked. "First," she said, "you should see what the other animals think." So they went to their mom and asked her opinion. This seemed like a good idea. So the lambs went to the kitchen coop, the chicken coop. "Do you think we should have a landslide?" the lambs asked the chicken. "I don't know," said the chicken. "Who would pay for it?" The lambs hadn't thought about this. "The farmers," they said, "because the farmers paid for everything. Lambs didn't have money." "It's all right with me," said the chicken, "as long as it doesn't mean I get less chicken feed." There are the chickens in the chicken coop. "Do you think we should have a landslide?" the lambs asked the goat. "Would goats be allowed on the slide?" the goat inquired. The lambs hadn't thought about this, but they didn't see why not. "It's going to be a very big landslide. There will be plenty of room for everyone." "Then it sounds like loads of fun to me," answered the goat. You see the farm? And there's the goat. "Do you think we should have a landslide?" the lambs asked the pig. "Will it cover up any of my muddy places?" asked the pig. The lambs hadn't thought about where the landslide would go. They looked around the farm. "It will be built right next to the barn," they said with authority. "There's no mud there," said the pig, "so the landslide is fine with me." Now that the chicken and the goat and the pig had agreed that a landslide would be a positive addition to the farm, the lambs asked their mother what they should do next. What do you think we should do next?" asked their mother, who thought lambs should figure things out for themselves whenever possible. "Eat clover?" asked the first lamb. "Run through the field?" asked the second lamb. "Ask the farmers?" asked the third lamb. "I think letting the farmers know how you feel is the best idea," said their mother. So all three lambs had different ideas of what to do next. The lambs decided to make some signs for the farmers, but they weren't very good at it. So Nicolette helped them when she returned home. She was, after all, now the president of her class. She won the election. The farmers looked at the signs. They were impressed that the lambs had thought things through so carefully. Do you see their signs? Can you see what they say? If you can't read them, you can ask your grown-up for help. Okay. The farmers decided that the whole farm should vote on whether or not there should be a landslide. When all of the votes were counted, the landslide had won by a landslide. So here we have, they're voting for the landslide, and they picked a stone and put it in yay or nay, yes or no. And they saw how many votes were in each basket. Mr. and Mrs. Farmer thought about how to make the landslide strong enough for the cows and wide enough for the horses. It needed to be long enough and fast enough to make it fun for the lambs. They put a big, soft haystack at the bottom so everyone would have a nice landing. Do you have an idea of what they're going to use? The lambs went down the landslide again and again. They used the tarp on the hill. You see the cow and the pig and Nicolette. When they were too tired to climb the hill even one more time, they all cuddled up with their mother. "I think the lambs should have a swimming pool with a diving board," one of the lambs said, yawning as she fell asleep. So that was Lambslide. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you, if you're able to go with your grown-up to vote today in person, you can do that, or maybe your grown-up voted by mail this year. But remember, it's so important to vote and make your voice heard, no matter what the vote. All right, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.